I could be the baby.
I guess I can.
One of those things. Okay, it's a simple thing. We all want it. We all need it. I'm not talking love. We've already established we all want to be loved. Yes? Yes? Taip. We've all established we want to be accepted. Yes? Taip. But it's something that we all have. But we always want better. Friends. I mean, we have all types of friends, don't we? How many have friends that you do sports or hobbies with? Look around. How many have friends that are just friends at school? How many of you have friends that are just friends maybe in your neighborhood, like maybe when you're a child growing up? Area friends. And see, by saying that, look at that. We have friends because of our life stage, our age, our social experience. Sometimes we have friends because they give us something. We always like money, don't we? Sometimes we call them friends of convenience. Friends that are just there and we're just glad they're there. But sometimes we have friends that are deep. And I don't know if you guys have all had that before.
I kind of thought that was
That kind of friend that they know your heart. They know that you mess up all the time. But they're still your friend. And these are the greatest friends. For 3 weeks, we're going to talk about friends. For 3 weeks. Today we're going to talk about what friends are. Tomorrow we're going to talk, or next week we're going to talk about how do you become or how do you identify good friends. And then 2 weeks we'll look at how Jesus is as a friend. But we're going to look at a couple verses today. They're found out of Ecclesiastes. Isn't this nice? Like my pointer? Ecclesiastes, it's this funky book in the Bible, okay? It's written by a guy they say is the wisest man ever in the history of humanity. A guy named Solomon. He was King David's son. And he says all these things that they're incredibly unique and wise, but sometimes they're hard to understand. So in verse 8 he talks about there's this man who is all alone. He says he works hard. He's made a lot of money. But he's alone. And he asks himself this question. Why do I work so hard? Why do I work on having all this stuff? And he realizes something. They say this word in English. He's not content. Are you satisfied? Because I often am not satisfied. See, understand something about friends. Without friends, we are empty inside. There's this amazing thing that happens in friendship.
Yra toks vienas labai nesvarbus dalykas, kuris atsitinka draugystėje.
You're not alone.
Jūs nesat vieni, kai esate su draugais.
How many of you, don't raise your hand, but
Nekelkit ranką, bet
the reality is all of us have felt lonely.
realybė yra tai, kad kiekvienas iš mūsų jautėmės kažkokią laikotarpį vieniši savo gyvenime.
Most of us don't like it.
Ir daugeliu iš mūsų tai nepatinka.
When we feel like, oh, no one cares, no one knows me, or no one understands me.
Dažnai mes galvojam, kad niekas mūsų nesupranta, niekam mes nerūpim.
Mom, Dad, you just don't understand me anymore.
Mama, tėti, tu manęs nesupranti visiškai.
But even I feel that with some of my friends.
Bet kartais mes su keliais iš savo draugų aš kaip jaučiuosi.
See, without friends, we are empty. There's this loneliness. There's this, what do I do with this time? This loneliness. How do I deal with this?
Ir kai mes neturim draugų, mes jaučiamės vieniši, mes jaučiamės tušti ir tada nėra ko užpildyti tą tuštumą.
So he goes on and he says, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their work. Verse 9.
Ir 9 eilutėje jisai sako, kad 2 geriau negu 1, nes jie gauna didesnį atlygį už savo darbą.
Having true friends brings fulfillment in our life.
Ir turint tikrą draugą, tai į gyvenimą atneša tokį pilnatvę.
It says that they have a good return.
Jie turi gerą atlygį.
Hey, you guys ever talked to a wall?
Ar esate kažkokie su siena?
See, some of you have tried this before, haven't you?
Kurie iš jūsų esate tai pabandę?
And you talk and you talk.
Šnekat.
Does the wall do anything?
Ar siena nors daro?
Does it give comfort?
Ar jinai...
See, he says, now listen, he says, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return. There's a good return in a relationship.
2 geriau negu 1, nes jie gauna atlygį už savo santykius.
In my marriage, we try to do this, and what I'm doing is it's a 2-way relationship.
Ir netgi santuoka yra kaip dvipusės eismo, dvipusė santykis.
I give, I ask questions,
Aš užduodu klausimus,
I share concerns,
aš pasidalinu,
Sophie gives back,
Sofija atiduoda man tai,
maybe answers questions, asks more questions.
galbūt atsako klausimus ir dar klausimų užduoda.
There's this thing happening.
Ir tai yra tas dvipusis ryšys.
How many of you have had like a friend, but all you feel like you're doing is you're giving?
Kiek iš jūsų esate jautėsi, kad turite tokį draugą, kad šnekant ir jūs duodat, bet jie neduoda nieko atgal.
It's frustrating, isn't it?
Ir tai
It's like after a while you're like, why do I even try?
Ir kaip ir šnekant su siena, kodėl aš turiu tai bandyti.
Solomon says the part of a purpose of our relationships, our friendships, is they bring fulfillment in our lives.
Ir Saliamonas irgi sakė, kad vienas iš svarbiausių dalykų, kodėl mes turim draugus, tai kad jie mumis pilnatvę atneša.
When you guys have something great happen to you,
Kai jums kažkas atsitinka nuostabaus,
do you think of who you can call or who you can talk to share it with?
ar turite jeigu žmogų, kuriam galėtumėte paskambinti, pasidalinti?
Say, I wish there was a camera here, okay?
Tikiuosi, labai tikiuosi, kad čia būtų kamera.
A bunch of you were just like this.
Nes daugelis iš jūsų buvo like.
I totally, yeah, I get that. And see, there's this thing in our relationships, in our friendships.
Ir yra toks dalykas mūsų santykių ir mūsų draugystės.
There's a good return if I give, and it's a good friend, they give back.
Yra geras dalykas duoti, bet yra geras draugas, kuris ir pats duoda.
He says in verse 10, he says, if one falls down, his friend can help him up, but pity the man or feel sorry for the man who has no one to help him up.
Ir 10 vienas iš jūsų suklumpa, kitas padeda bičiuliais kelti. Vargas vienišam žmogui, kai jis suklumpa, nėra kam jį pakelti.
There's a reality with all of us in here.
Ir čia yra reali situacija su mumis visais.
We need help at times.
Mums kartais tikrai reikia pagalbos.
We cannot do it all on our own.
Mes tikrai negalime viską padaryti vieni.
And he talks about this wonderful thing, friendships pick us up.
Ir jis šneka apie tokį dalyką, kad bendravimas mūsų pakelia.
How many of you have been, we say, hurt emotionally, like inside your soul hurts?
Kiek iš jūsų jaučiatės, kad esate emociškai
You know what I'm talking about?
įskaudinti?
And one of the greatest things
Ir vienas iš
is
geriausių
when we have a real friend who cares for us.
kad jeigu mes turim draugą, kuriam tai rūpi.
Sometimes it's physically because they hug and they just see that we're sad and they hug us.
Kartais yra fizikinis dalykas, kad kai mato, kai mes verkime ir tas draugas mus apkabina.
Sometimes it's expression. It's like we're sharing our fears or our doubts and they listen and they share comfort with us.
Kartais jie tiesiog išklauso mus ir jie mus padrasina toliau.
Just for a second, picture the next 3 weeks of your life.
Dabar vienai minutei įsivaizduokit savo artimiausias ateinančias savaitės gyvenimą.
Imagine no friend to talk to.
Įsivaizduokit jokio draugo, su kurio galėtume pašnekėti.
Just think for a minute. Imagine that.
Pagalvokit minutį apie tai.
When something goes well, there's no one to share it with.
Kai kažkas gera atsitinka, nėra su kuo pasidalinti.
When someone makes fun of you at school, you have no one to care for it.
Kai kažkas iš jūsų galbūt pasityčioja mokykloje, niekam jūs nerūpit, net draugų, kurie rūpintis jums.
We all fall down.
Mes visi nukrentam.
Physically,
Fiziškai,
emotionally,
emociškai,
spiritually.
dvasiškai.
And the greatest thing is a friend that will lay out their hand and pull us up.
Ir nuostabiausias dalykas yra tas, kad draugas mums gali ištiesti ranką ir pakelti.
He goes on and he says in verse 11, also if two lie down together, they will keep warm, but how can one keep warm by themselves?
Ir 11 eilutė sako, panašiai ir dviesi miegodami kartu šildo vienas kitą. O kaip gali vienas miegodamas šiltai jaustis?
Friends provide warmth for us.
Draugai mums teikia šilumą.
What do I mean by that?
Ir ką tai reiškia?
Friends provide support.
Draugai mums atneša palaikymą.
Last Friday,
Praeitą penktadienį.
I wake up and my knee is just in so much pain.
Aš atsibudau ir mano kelias žiauriai skaudėjo.
I'm crying.
Aš verkiau.
I'm like, what is going on?
Galvojau, kas čia vyksta.
And my best friend on earth,
Ir mano geriausia draugė, mano žmona.
she doesn't ask me.
Ji net neklausia.
She just says, we're going to go to the doctor.
Visai pasakom, nesim pas daktarą.
We're going to go get you pain medicine.
Mes gausim
We're going to go make sure you are okay.
Mes įsitikinsim, kad tau viskas gerai.
One of the greatest things is to have friends that support you.
Vienas iš svarbiausių dalykų yra turėti draugą, kuris gali mus palaikyti.
I've been in this wonderful country for 5 years.
Šitą nuostabią šalyje aš jau esu 5 metų.
And I've learned something about you guys generally as Lithuanians.
Ir apie jūs kaip lietuvius išmokau vieną dalyką.
You don't take risks really easily.
Jūs,
You don't just try something and get out there and just try it.
Jūs tiesiog nerizikuoti, nepabandot kažko naujo.
You know, one of the greatest things of a friend
Bet žinot, vienas iš nuostabiausių dalykų apie draugų,
is that when you go try something,
tai kad mes kai eisim kažką naujo padaryti,
they cheerlead us.
jie padrasina.
They're like, dude, you didn't do it, but that was awesome!
Bandyti padaryti, tai buvo nuostabu.
Dude, are you okay? That looks like that hurts, but that was great!
Atrodo, kad tau galbūt skaudėjo, atsistrikim, bet fainai tai buvo.
See, a real friend says, nice try, I'm so proud of you!
Ir tikras draugas iš tikrųjų sakys, labai geras pabandymas.
Because when we don't have friends, those people just laugh at us.
Ir jeigu mes neturim draugų, tai jie tiesiog juokiasi iš mūsų.
And we fall down, they say, you stupid idiot, get up!
Ir kai mes nukritam, jie sako, tu kvaily, atsistok.
Or they say, why did you try that? That was so dumb!
Arba jie sako, kam tu išvis bandėjai, taip kvaila.
Friends bring support.
Ir draugai mus palaiko.
How often are you afraid to try things?
Kaip dažnai jūs bijote bandyti naujus dalykus?
Play an instrument,
Groti kažkokį
play a
instrumentą,
simple game,
žaisti paprastą žaidimą.
use your talent, whatever that talent may be, because you're afraid to share it with people.
Naudoti savo talentą, kad ir koks talentas būtų, bet paprasčiausiai, kad jūs bijote talentą parodyti.
I am so proud.